The Mets have now lost 11 in a row. How you feeling?
The Mets are putting me, they're about to put me in an institution. They're driving me insane. The underachievement level of this team, the highest paid team in baseball, the highest salary. They have a $383 million payroll and are on pace to lose 110 games. They're 7-15. They look disinterested. They're the only team last year that did not have a ninth inning comeback. The only team that did not have a ninth inning comeback last year. And they haven't done one this year. I mean, they have no fire, no desire. They play with no heart. And it's ridiculous. They got rid of Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo. They're both excelling. Meanwhile, we bring in Jorge Polanco, whose Achilles is held together by bubblegum. Bo Bichette, who we're told that he's supposed to be this contact hitter who doesn't strike out. He's already struck out more times this year than he did half of last year.
So who do we blame, Frank? Because like you said, it's an interesting thing. Like as a Red Sox fan, where we get upset is we don't think this team is the ownership wants to put together a World Series winning team. Now the Red Sox stink too, but they play to get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. They have players they know they should keep. They don't sign them because of money. As you said, the Mets have the biggest payroll. So Steve Cohen seemingly is trying to win, yet you guys are the laughing stock of the league. I don't know what's the all-time record. What is the record for the Mets' longest losing streak? We got to be
17 games in 1962.
Okay, so we got a shot at this thing, Frank. Now, Mandami, he shows up and hugs Mr. and Mrs. Met 11 games ago. You haven't won since. So
no, we haven't. We haven't. We haven't won. And what strikes me is this. June 13th is where this all started to fall apart. And the Mets are 45-70 since June 13th. And apparently there was a big political fight in the Mets dugout locker around that time. And it's supposedly they're incredibly politically divided. And it just happens that Brandon Nimmo and Pete Alonso, two guys who are MAGA, ends up getting traded. Or they let him go. And Lindor stays. And Lindor had his head just not in the game. He's had so many mental lapses.
And you call him a communist. Is there any truth to that?
Well, he's got a connection to Mondami. His wife works for him.
Well, and what's interesting to me is Steve Cohen doesn't strike me as a communist. So why would he be bringing in Mandami? They don't seem like two guys who ideologize.
Well, he wants a casino built. That's all he's cared about. He wants a casino built, so he has to, no matter who the mayor is, he has to kiss the mayor's ass.
Got it. Listen, there's a lot of truth what's going on. You can't ignore the stats. He comes in, and as much as we joke, there was some talk about this with the Yankees as well. If you have a clubhouse that's divided, whatever it may be, politically, they don't like each other, I think that shows on the field. Maybe that's what
happened. It does. And Pedro Martinez brought it up, that they don't like, that there's a locker room that doesn't like each other. You know, opening day, you know how they're all like greeting everyone. Everyone's dapping each other, hugging each other when they're announcing players. Soto and Lindor had like the coldest, like barely acknowledging each other. It's kind of like how I greet Brandon. I mean, it's barely acknowledging him. And they like to call. Meanwhile, Lindor's smiling to Shohei Ohtani, smiling at Will Smith. He always smiles at the opposing team, but he's got this chilly reception to Juan Soto. I mean, he's not like Juan Soto. I mean, he can't get along with anybody. He's the common denominator. And there's talk of him being named team captain last year, and they took that away. They said they're not going to name anyone team captain, and he's just had this like sulking, just like his brain's not been in the game. And I really think it's Lindor. This is on Lindor. It's on the manager. The manager needs to be fired. First off, they fired every other coach, not the manager. The manager has to get these players wake up, and if they can't respond to him, he has to go. And his in-game decisions are bad too.
What is your prediction on What is your prediction on when the Mets finally get a W and break this streak?
Well, they got Nolan McLean going Tuesday night home against the Twins. He's pitched terrifically. He just has that no run support.
So is that it? Tuesday night?
Yeah, they're going to win Tuesday night. They're going to say,
wow.
"See, we're home," and they're going to try to say everything's okay. But they're still going to lose 2 out of 3 to the Twins. They're going to lose. This is a 9-game homestand against the three of the worst teams in baseball. We're talking the Twins.
Twins aren't that bad.
Also,
No,
the Mets
they
are one of the
lost
worst
out
teams in
to the start.
baseball.
Mets are the worst team in baseball.
Yeah,
Now you
that
have
was-
that working for you, Frank. Your division stinks, so you got a lot of bad games.
hold on.
Braves, and who else?
Oh, that's
You
all.
know,
That's all. I needed.
that start too.
There's no. I think the Braves are the only team above 500 in that division.
Braves have the best record in baseball.
And everybody else stinks.
But you got the Twins, the Rockies, and the Nationals coming in.
Yeah. So two.
If
two
you
yeah.
don't win 6 out of 9 in this series, it's over.
Over.
It's over.
Wait, but Frank,
That's actually a positive take by Frank. I thought he already thought it was over. So 6 and 9, they win on Tuesday night.
Frank, what about this?
Yeah.
If they don't achieve 6 and 9 against these extra, is that enough for Mendoza? Because Lindor
It should be enough now. He should be
no, I
gone
know,
now.
but Frank, but Lindor said Mindy's his guy.
Of course he's his guy. I mean, Lindor runs his team, and that's why the team's crashed into the ground.
Are the Mets priced good at 22-1 to win the World Series? If I wanted to place a bet on a team to win the World Series, 22-1 good for the Mets or no?
They have no shot to win the World Series.